Hey, yo, yo, yo. Welcome to another episode of This Ain't Practice. I am the DJ, Shad, and he's the rapper.
I am the MC, Chris J. What's up?
What I do? What it do? I figure we let that play a little bit longer this time, man. What's good, pimpin'?
Man, what's up, player?
Man, in the building, bro. We finally get a regular Thursday.
And it's leap day.
And it's Leap Day. Happy Leap Day to all y'all out there. Man, does it feel weird? Because I felt like it was the 28th all day.
You and me both, man. You know, it's month end, man. You know, the line of work that we both in, man. That month end, it be cracking, man. So, hey, you heard the story on the leap year and the how that goes and everything?
Nah. How that works?
I saw it was this morning. I caught part of it. It was talking about the amount of time to go around the sun. And it was like 365.4 or 0.25 days. So that's why there's the leap year. So you said it because if you tried to just do it like just 364, 365, the numbers wouldn't line up. So say it would throw all the calendars off, it would throw the four seasons off, fall, winter, summer, spring, it would throw all that off. So that's how the leap year came about. So yeah, man, learn something every day.
Man, science, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts. We don't just talk sports.
Yeah, we talk science.
Kicking the ballistics.
Yeah. Yo, and I think there's some measurements in the pyramids in Egypt that say that too. That number you gave, that 365 point something. So there's some measurements in the pyramids that have that as well. Also,
maybe
the
we can do a
from the
little
Earth to the sun.
Maybe we can do a little research, man, and further explain that on the Shot and Shell show tomorrow night. That might be something, that might be a little content,
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy, and that's more research than I want to do.
Okay.
So
we won't do that on the Shot and Shell show tomorrow. Okay, I got it.
The only research I'm doing for the Shot and Shell show is I'm gonna go see Dune. I don't know when or how between now and then, and that's almost a 3-hour movie. So I don't have time.
Hours?
Bruh, it's almost 3 hours. Yeah, Dune 2.
I'd be asleep 20 minutes in that joint.
Come on, 20 minutes into the joint.
Not 20 minutes, man. Hey, back in the day, man, Pops took the whole family to see Malcolm X, man. Classic movie. Man, like three of us were in there asleep.
Bruh, that's a good movie.
It's a very good movie, man. But I woke up and he's like, "Get your hand out my pocket." That's when it startled me a little bit. That's when I woke up. Yeah, brother jumped up like, "Whoa!" I'm checking, checking my pockets and everything.
You checking your pockets? You make everything copacetic. Boy, you crazy, man. Yo, that is a classic, man. That we didn't go to the theater to see that one, but we rented it when it came out. I stayed up for it, man, but I was in the house, so
when you're in the house, because the movie theater, the lights is all dark. You know what I mean? And
right.
You're at home, you're in your own element, so you can kind of, it's a little different.
Right. Fact. It is. Now, I might do something. I might put up a quiz, another astronomy quiz, to maybe cover some of that, or maybe the periods. I don't know, but you gave me an idea for a quiz. I did not have a quiz idea yet, so
there we go.
So maybe I'll do something like that. So this is a show where we talk about the wide world of sports.
That's right.
What's up, man? What we got today?
Well, man, since football season, at least the end games has gone to the back burner. We're gonna start out with the National Basketball Association, so we'll be doing that through the summer. Through until the NBA Finals are over, unless we get some breaking news. And we know in the world of sports, anything can pop off at any time, man. So I'm sure there'll be some future shows where we may have to start out with a different topic. But man, let's start out with the NBA, man. Let's start out with James, aka the second GOAT.
Second GOAT.
AKA LeBron James.
You call him a GOAT, so hey, look, I'll take it.
There's some GOATs. There's I think Wilt's a GOAT. I think Kareem's a GOAT. There's some more. I think Magic's a GOAT, the point guard. There's some GOATs, but
Yes.
he's up there. I
Right.
think you start talking about the Mount Rushmore, those are GOATs to me. But
Oh man.
and
Facts.
he's definitely up there. But man, he got busy last night.
Woo! That boy got busy. I got to watch him live and direct. Well, not live and direct. I got to watch the game live from the comfort of the man cave.
So give everybody the kind of the quick synopsis, man. So were they down 21 going into the fourth quarter?
They were down 19 going into the fourth quarter. And I thought, like, kind of watching them was like, because see, I didn't get home until halftime. So I got home. My flight was delayed 3 hours. I was hot because I missed the Wolves, missed the Pacers. So I was hot, mad. But I'm like, all right, well, it's the Lakers, so I at least get to watch them. So I got home at halftime, and the third quarter, they tried to make a couple of runs in the third quarter, and it just wasn't panning out. And then fourth quarter came, and I was like, well, it's a wrap, but I'm still, hang out, relax, have a couple of, a couple of beverages. And I'm also just, just researching stuff. I'm, getting notes ready for the Shuttle Shine Show. And this brother starts going off. I'm like, but you're down 19. He starts going off. And then they made some really nice defensive plays. What's his name? Reeves. He was doing some things. D'Angelo Russell, he hit some threes. And all of a sudden, these guys took the lead, bro. And there was nothing the Clippers could do. And I believe I heard a stat where the Lakers haven't come back from a deficit that large in 24 years. I think it's been since 2000.
Wow.
Yeah, something crazy like that. Might even be longer than that. And LeBron himself has never come back from a deficit that large in his career in the fourth quarter.
Right.
That part of the fourth quarter. So, dude, it was magic. I want to say he scored. I think they said he scored 19 in the fourth quarter. So you might be right. It might have been down 21, and he scored 19 in that fourth quarter. So, but
see, I thought I had heard 21.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think it was 21. Yeah, but he scored 19, and he was hitting them threes. Man, he put the team on his back. I didn't know if he still had that in him. I knew he was good. Like, his numbers look good this year still for being in the league as long as he's been. You know what I mean? And still top tier. But I didn't know he could do that anymore. And
the thing is, he can't do it every game. You know what I mean? Or he can't do it. Where before he could do that on any given night, right? Now it's spread out. And it should be 20-something years in the league. You know what I mean? He's put in enough work. He's done. He's had enough of those games where he's earned the right to not have to do that every night, not have to carry the load. But it just shows you, man, when he wants to throw that cape on, man, when he's putting that cape on, letting them know, I still got it, man. Because I didn't catch all of it. I saw the highlights, man, and them threes, man. Because when he get in his bag, man, he kind of sizing him up, and then he's shooting them long threes, and he was feeling it, man. He was in his bag last night for sure.
Yeah, because normally, Chris, I'm like, don't do that. Don't do it. That's not your shot, bro. That's not your shot. And
right.
When he hit like when he hit the first two, I was like, oh yeah. He feels it. He feels the glow. He feels the glow, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel that last dragon glow. Like, he felt it. And then that rubbed off on his team too. So, hold on. I think the big homie.
We got the big homie.
The big homie going up. What do you say?
Big homie?
LaBlanco? I'm pretty sure the big homie knows that LeBron is the GOAT. But I know he's gonna
start that mess.
No, don't start that.
Let's start that mess.
Yeah, man, it was nice to see. So I text you. I'm like, man. That boy's going off, man. And the fact that they won the game, man, that was I kind of thought he was gonna run out of steam, but
Yeah,
they did. They did. Now we also have to keep in mind that PG-13 sacked.
I
He ran.
saw that. Is he had some knee problems?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, he probably it's probably load management, but they're saying it's knee problems. You know, that's
Probably, man. Yeah,
right.
it's crazy because these cats, man, they got low management, but they be doing podcasts. They got their own podcast. So like, man, you healthy enough to do your part time job, but you can't do the regular job. I'm
Do the rec-
confused. Yeah,
right, right. You need to be somewhere in rehab, bro. You shouldn't have time for that. But
at all.
you- yeah, at all. Bro. So, and how are you doing your podcast during this? Like, that should be off season shenanigans, but whatever. That's neither here nor
I
there.
agree. Draymond, remember, I think Draymond might have been the first one because he was like, "You're gonna get this podcast. You're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this spot." He was saying it, man. Dude got ejected from a game and then went to the hotel and did the podcast. So I'm like, man, this dude don't care.
He don't care, man. He got
No,
hey,
man.
he traveled his setup. He traveled with it. But yeah, man, it was really nice to see they won the game, and they're really gonna have to continue to LeBron got to continue to play games like that, putting the team on his shoulder, on his back, in order to you know, try to make the playoffs. But we'll talk about that more down the line. So, but yeah,
Right.
man, that's pretty dope. That's pretty
That's
dope, man.
dope.
Yeah,
That's dope to see, man. So
hell
you
yeah,
see, I don't know if you got a chance to look at the standings, but both the
yeah,
Lakers, yeah, the Lakers and the Warriors. I think the Lakers are in the ninth seed, and I believe they're 3 games out of the sixth spot because the top 6 teams are automatically in the playoffs, and then you
facts,
got that play in game, right? What is that? The
right.
seventh? Yeah, you got the play in game. So
Hmm.
the Warriors, I believe, are 3.5 games back. They're in the 10th spot. Do you think the Lakers and the Warriors can get into the top 6? Do you think one of them will? What's your thoughts on that?
I think the Lakers are well. Let's start with Golden State. I think Golden State. I think they're cooked.
Why you say that?
Yeah, I think they're cooked, man. They just don't have it this year, man. You know, like we talk about Draymond Green, he's older. He just, he's not playing like he used to. And what's the name's coming off the bench now, right? Clay Thompson.
Clay, he is.
Yeah,
Jonathan Kaminga has stepped up, man.
he's
He
been
he has
balling.
stepped up. He has been balling, but I agree with you
Yeah,
because their margin of error is so thin. If Steph
right.
Curry don't ball out, they can't win. And
No.
that's just what it is. So like he had an off night. I forgot who they were playing, and then and they lost. Like
Mhm.
it's hard, because if you look at Draymond, Draymond's not really a consistent threat to score. He can do a lot of the other things very very well, but like if
Right.
Steph isn't scoring, you need somebody else to pick up the scoring load. So if you got Draymond out there and Steph ain't hitting, now you really got 2 guys who aren't scoring. So you're relying on the other 3 guys. That's a tough ask.
Right, right. And with Clay Thompson not playing, he used to be one of those guys. If
Hmm.
as Curry was, he wouldn't hit like he's supposed to, like he normally does. That he would step
Right.
up, and that's not happening anymore. So I think the first game he came off the bench, he smashed it. It was like vintage, but I knew
He
he
did.
couldn't keep
He
that
did.
up. Yeah,
Right.
I knew he couldn't keep that up. Like, bro, you're not him anymore, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
It's
You're
okay.
older. Yeah, yeah. So I think they're cool. I don't think Kaminga is going to be enough to get
Hmm.
them um through the play-in tournament. But and here's the thing: are they going to be able to hold that spot to get into the play-in tournament?
You're
You
right.
know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
Like because Utah they could do something. Um, yeah, that's about it. But Utah could do something.
Yeah, the rest of them dudes ain't doing nothing, man.
They're
The
not
rest
doing
of
nothing.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Well, and then I don't know if you saw today, Andrew Wiggins, he taking a leave of absence from the team for personal
Again,
reasons. This is
again.
again, this happened earlier this year. This happened, remember, it happened last
Happened
year.
last
I
year.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, I don't know. Hopefully everything, sending out best wishes. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But we're talking from a basketball context. That's
Mhm.
he's supposed to be really at this point your second best scorer.
He
You
is.
you know you 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 can't count on him. He's been
Right.
I think whatever it is that's going on off the court is really messing with his head, and messing with him on the floor because he's not producing like he was when they won that championship a couple years ago. Because he could have really been the MVP if you think about it. That finals
He
that
balled out.
Steph got. I mean, yeah, Steph got it, but Wiggins was a close second, man. He could have really
Right.
been the MVP because they don't win that. It was against Boston. They don't win that without Wiggins playing at the level that he played. So
Right. 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 And then like you say, he's fallen off since then. He's kind of like, okay, I got my
mhm.
moment. I'm good. Here's just my problem with it. I get you got to take care of your personal business. I mean, your family. That comes first. Your mental health that comes first. Hell, your faith, your religion. That
Yep,
comes
absolutely.
before basketball and all that. But bruh, you got a whole off season. I'm just saying, I don't get an off season. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
no,
don't get an off season. You know
at
what I
all.
mean? Like you could maybe take 2 weeks off, and I'm sure it's frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
hate
well,
doing that.
then,
But it's just
well,
like,
and when you come back to so much, that's the whole thing. It's like it's hard to
right,
even enjoy that type of time off because, like, man, I'm missing this, I'm missing
you
that,
thinking
and
about
then
it.
as you
Yeah.
start, as you start getting closer to, the ending of that 2 weeks, you know what
Mhm.
you're about to go back to, and
Right.
it ain't, it ain't on point. So, nah,
Right.
we can't do that. We can't do that.
No, we can't do that. You get a whole off season to do that. Man, man, handle it in the offseason, man. Tell the fam, like, man, look. Again, I'm asking a lot because I mean, somebody, God willing, passes away or something like that. Tomorrow's not promised. Okay, you can't tell somebody to
Right.
hold off in the off season. Like, no, that's
No, that's
yeah,
not it.
no,
No, man,
no, that's
you can man, you
not
can't wait till July. Like, no, that ain't working.
that ain't working. I'm like, look, what if I don't make a playoff? Then maybe, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but like, so I don't know what he's got going on. But again, like I hope for the best. Hope everything is okay. But bruh, you keep this up, man, you might find it hard to keep a spot in the league.
But
Um,
you know what? The rumors were during the trade deadline because he's Canadian, so they
right.
were rumors that they were looking at trying to trade him to Toronto to get
Mm,
Pascal Siakam,
mm,
and that
mm.
didn't happen. So I could see, and I don't know if this is the last year. This might be the last year of his contract. He's making like 30 something $1 million.
How'd he
So
get that money? How'd he get that
the
when he got traded from the Wolves?
Timberwolves gave him that contract. So when they made that trade, yeah, that's the
Of course they did.
Timberwolf contract. Well, but it's the Wolves. Like,
Facts.
you get the
We didn't have
number
much to
one
work
draft
with.
pick. No, you had him in Towns. When you had
Right,
him in Towns and Butler, if you could have made that work,
right.
like Butler was Debo and those cats, man. But if you could have made that work right there and just sprinkled in some pieces, get you a point guard, like that, man, that could have been something really, really special because I think Butler could have, lit that fire under Wiggins. But
He tried to, but
he
Wiggins was
tried.
too soft. Wiggins was too
And,
soft.
and Cat, I think Cat was it was even worse with Cat.
Well, he's zesty anyway.
100%, man. So yeah,
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 sorry.
that dude, man. So yeah, he didn't want none of that smoke with with
He
with,
didn't want
with
nothing.
yeah, with Jimmy Butler. So yeah,
No.
I
Uh,
think, man, I think the Lakers have the best chance out of those two. I don't think
yeah,
either of them will get into the 6th seed or better because it's 3.5 games. And we often get fooled by the All-Star break thinking it's the midpoint of the season, but it's not.
it's not. No.
You're already like because you
You're like
look at
three
it tomorrow.
quarters,
Facts.
right? Yeah.
Tomorrow is March, right? So
Right.
look at it like this. You got all of March and then the playoffs start in the middle of April. So like playoffs are about to start in like 6, 7 weeks,
Right.
so I think, man, you may only have like 25 games left, 25, 30 games,
Yeah.
30
No, you're right.
tops.
No, I think it's in the 20s. I'm pretty sure it's like
Yeah.
25, 24 games left.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
because somebody made mention of it. I don't know. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, but yeah, bro, they ain't got too many games left, man, which is crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, it should be like 40. No,
You would think
it's like
40. Nope,
20
it's
something.
not.
It's not.
Yep.
It's not.
It's not. It's
So,
not.
but now the Lakers did this last year. but they didn't have the team that they had last year. Remember they made that
Hmm.
run?
Yep.
But they don't. I don't think they have the talent. Like they don't have the. Who was on it? I think Vanderbilt was on that team, and
Well, man, but they were clicking. They started to click. And,
they were
I don't know.
starting to click.
Maybe it is tonight, or excuse me, last night, a turning point for them.
We'll
I
find
don't
out
know,
tonight.
but yeah, who are they playing tonight?
The Wizards, the
We
Wizards,
we will
and they're
not
playing at home.
find out tonight. Yeah, we're not. And they were basically playing at home last night too. Even though it
They
was a
were,
pseudo road game, they were playing at home too. So no, we will
yeah.
not find out tonight. But
We would
you
not
know,
find out tonight.
we'll have this conversation. Next Thursday. When we do the show, and we see if they had
Yeah,
any tougher opponents between now and then, and how they played. Hopefully they, for their sake and for Laker Nation, they don't have any bad losses like tonight. You can't afford to be losing to the
yeah.
Wizards. You
No,
know,
you can't.
that's not
If they
gonna
lose
happen.
to the Wizards, if somebody sits for this game, I won't be hot. I'm just like, we just don't have time to be sitting to the game. What up, Papa Jones? Butler. I never think much of Butler. I never thought much of Jimmy Buckets, but doggone that brother cold, man. He
100%.
wills a team to win. We
He
got we
does.
got a we got a comment from Fahim too. He said, "Y'all think Clay settles for a short term deal to stay with Dubs or get Max elsewhere?"
It's a short term. I don't think he wants to leave Golden State, and I don't
I
think there's another team that'll give him a max deal. You're just wasting money.
yeah, I remember a few years ago. I was like, yeah, we'll take him all day. Like what? Because like even just maybe before he had that injury, he
Hmm.
was the guy. You know what I mean? I thought that he could go somewhere and be the Steph Curry of that team. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
he could. He was a two-way
But
player. He played defense, man. He played really, really good
yeah,
defense at a high level. And
right.
if it wasn't for Curry, we'd be saying he's the best shooter in the NBA. He just
I
happens
agree.
to play on the team with the best shooter that's ever stepped on the basketball court
Right,
before. So
right.
like that's the bad luck on. But I mean, he did get 4 rings out of it, so it can't be that bad.
No,
Playing next to him. But
right. And he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. So I mean, he did all right. He did all right. And Papa Jones is a beast on and off the court. Yes, he is. Yes, yes.
yeah,
Jimmy Butler is a
yeah.
beast on and off the court. Only he could pull off that haircut that he did on press day, and like there's some memes and stuff like that, but nobody ever
Yeah.
accused him of being anything else but Jimmy
Look, no,
Butler.
they don't want them problems. No, no,
They
no, no,
don't
no,
they don't want
no.
no problem. I didn't hear no comments about no funny business. To say
At,
it was
at
it was
all.
just right. Now, do they still use that picture when they put his
I haven't seen it in a while.
I haven't seen it in a while either. And I don't watch a lot of their games, so like I hope they're still using it because that's pretty funny. Papa Joe said Clay is Robin, Steph is Batman. Absolutely. Now here's the
Yep.
question. Here's the question. And we are kind of already talked about it. Before the injury, could Clay have been Batman somewhere?
And somewhere else, yeah, he would have never have been in Golden State. That's
Mm,
Clay's, or that's Steph's team. There's
right.
going to be a statue when Steph retires at some point. There'll be a statue outside of that arena. It'll be of him. But yeah, he could have come to some other teams. I mean, he could have came to the Wolves and been Batman.
I would have loved
There's
it.
some.
I would have loved it. We
Oh yeah,
needed it. We needed it at the
yeah,
time. Yeah. I would have loved it.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The statue in front of the stadium now is going to be Clay pass to Steph the ball.
Yeah,
A
hundred
chest
percent,
pass. A chest pass.
hundred
but
percent.
but he is the greatest I've ever seen next to Stephen Curry. And he may have been, he just didn't have the green light. He had the green light. So, but
Yeah,
obviously Curry to me deserves that spot because his durability, you
but
know.
he earned it. But the thing about him, just the crevice and the cracks that he's able to get through, and the range that he has, and you know what I mean, and
Right.
the way he runs the floor, and just all of that type of stuff, man. It's definitely Steph. But let me ask you this: did you hear what Donovan Mitchell said yesterday?
What do you say?
He said the Cavaliers should retire the jerseys of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love.
but not LeBron.
LeBron's a given. LeBron's going to get the statue.
Okay.
LeBron's going to get the statue. But he's saying because they won the world championship, the NBA championship, that Kyrie's jersey should be retired. Kevin Love's jersey should be retired.
Absolutely not. I mean, that was pretty cool what they did, but no. What do you think?
We're getting out of hand with this jersey retirements and stuff,
Yeah.
man. Like, man, you got a ring. Like, you could do a ceremony. You know, you honor the when you do the anniversary, the 25th year, or 20-year anniversary of the championship. What was that, 16 that they won?
You have 16 or 17.
Okay. You acknowledge that championship, you 20-year anniversary, 25, 30, 50, whatever. That's cool, but he does not need to have his jersey retired. I mean, force his way out of Cleveland to go to Boston.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think Kevin Love was good there. He stayed loyal when, he could have forced his way out of there, after LeBron bounced, but he stayed there.
Yeah.
Played out the duration of his contract, but I don't see either one of those as candidates to have their jersey retired. But I didn't know when I was reading the article or actually listening to the article and listening to them talk about it, because they were actually playing an article by somebody that wrote it. But he said James Harden's jersey is retired by the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
Wild to me. I mean, he's still playing. Like,
why?
You didn't win it. You won no rings there. You didn't get to any finals there with him. He's not Akeem Olajuwon. Like, how are you retiring James Harden's jersey there?
He was nice, but no, what's that? Like, plays boy wonder period. So I don't think you probably think that he could ever be Batman. Okay, I think my dad would say the same thing. I think my papa would say the same thing. He said Kyrie's lucky to have an NBA job. No, you're absolutely right. I agree. I totally agree because there's a point in time when he was with the Nets where it wasn't looking hopeful, especially after he had said watch that thing on Amazon Prime or whatever. And
but that man, and remember he was taking all them PTO days during the season. Yeah, I mean
all those PTO days.
Yeah, dude's taking annual leave during the season. Like, you got the whole summer off, and then here you over there put and then you're not even telling the owner or the GM or the coach that you're there. Like, we don't know where he's at.
No call, no show.
No show.
We all know that's a no. Like, what?
That'll get you with us. That gets you in the unemployment line.
Oh, big facts.
You'll be on LinkedIn sharpening up your resume. You do that stuff, but not Kyrie.
Not Kyrie. No, nah, yeah. So yeah. Nah, he's lucky. He's lucky to have a job in first place. So nah, I don't think. And Kevin Love, I like what Kevin Love did. Kevin Love went and took a back seat. You know what I'm saying? He was the premier. He had the green light with the Wolves. He was putting up crazy numbers. And then he went to Miami, and he swallowed his pride. But you have to when you're playing with LeBron. But he swallowed his pride, and he became the third option. And he did his thing. But yeah, no,
I say that's too much. They're getting out of hand with these jersey retirements and all that type of stuff.
Ain't gonna be no numbers left.
Right. No, there won't be, man. They'll be doing 001. That'll be they'll be putting three numbers on the jersey.
Three numbers on the jersey.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, because everybody retired their stuff. Joe said Kyrie said he was the pseudo GM. Please.
Well, and
he said that.
He did say, he said, and they don't need a coach. He said one day it'll be KD, and next day it'll be whatever.
Yeah, get out of here.
Sounds good.
Right.
So, man, let's talk about your boy. I don't know if you heard the news with Joel Embiid. He had a press conference yesterday, not a press conference, but an interview with the Philadelphia media, Philadelphia Inquirer, and Philadelphia.com, and he was talking about he said he's going to come back one way or the other. Right now, they're hanging on to the 6th seed.
Right.
I don't know that they're going to be able to secure that spot. I don't think it's looking good.
I don't think so, because the Pacers are on their head right now.
Okay, so what Embiid is saying is that they're saying the earliest he could come back is the end of March, which obviously starts tomorrow. So you're talking about, man, another 4 weeks basically. You figure, man, we talked about it a little bit ago. There's 25 to 30 games left, so he's going to miss, probably the next 15-ish games, 15 to 20 games, maybe. So I don't know that they're going to be able to hold on because I watched them even against the Bucks. Did you watch them on Sunday? We did the show, and after we did the show, they were playing Milwaukee, and the Sixers were playing, and they don't stand a chance against those teams without Joel Embiid. It's not fair.
Nope. No, they don't. I mean, they definitely take a big decline when he's not on the court. Papa Jones said, retire Nakia's jersey at Nakia's jersey at Hopkins High too. Whoa, retired Nakia's jersey? Never.
Yeah,
He wasn't
right.
that nice. He was not nice.
No.
I played against him.
Yeah, man, but I don't think they're gonna hold on to that 6 seed.
No, I don't see how they could, man. Because you got
So
Orlando,
who's
Orlando
behind them? Who
Celtics. Orlando. Okay, so the Pacers are right behind them in 7th seed, and the Magic, they're 8th seed, and
Okay.
those guys are pretty good. Those teams are pretty
They are.
good. You ask me.
They got
Yeah.
the Wagner brothers. They got Cole Anthony, man, Carolina guy. They got
Mhm.
Jalen Suggs, who played Creed Durham up
And
there.
that
Uh,
Terrell Suggs nephew.
It might be.
I know they're related because he's out of. I know they're related because Terrell went to Johnson, um, with my wife. I was saying, and Miami. That's right. Where's Miami?
Where are they at? Because Miami. What's up,
Miami.
Jay?
Miami is 5th seed right now.
Miami. So yeah, Miami's right there, and
Yeah.
I don't see the Sixers, surpassing Miami. So I think Miami, they're locked in that top five, top six. I think
Yeah. They're
Indiana's going
not
to
going
end
nowhere.
up passing.
Get ready for the
Going to end
play-in
up
tournament.
passing the Sixers. Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too. Get ready. Yeah, yeah. I'm ready. Yeah, I do love the play-in tournament because
So do I.
now they could do that. Chris, they could get to the play-in tournament. I can see
They
them
will.
hanging out there because it's just Chicago and Atlanta. They're not doing anything. You know
And
what I
then your
mean?
boy is hurt. Trey Young is hurt. So,
When did
I
he get
don't see
hurt?
it. Maybe a week ago, and I think he's out for like 2-3 weeks, I believe.
Oh, dang.
It's
Wait,
it's a it's a lot.
didn't he play in the
I don't
All-Star
know.
game? Or am I tripping?
I don't believe he made the All Star game, but I didn't watch it. But I know he had gotten a snub. He might have been an injury replacement, but I know Steph Curry had given him some advice because I know he was down about not
No.
making the All Star game.
Oops. Okay, I thought he made it. Okay. All right. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So say they make the play-in tournament and he comes back. Would you come back for that though?
If I'm Joel Embiid,
Yeah.
yeah, he said I love to hoop. He said he wants to get out there and play.
Okay.
If the doctors clear him, he might as well get out there and play.
Okay. Hoopers want to hoop. I like it. Ballers want to ball. Okay. Come on back. Come on back, man. F your knee up again
Yeah. So
because
Trey Young,
that's what's gonna
getting back
happen.
to Trey Young real quick. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a hand surgery yesterday.
Oh man. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'd imagine he's gonna be out for a little bit, man.
Fahim said he's out for 4 weeks. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Hand surgery. Okay. Dang, how did he mess up his hand? Hooping.
Man, you know, if somebody might slap, going into pain, or somebody slap down, trying to hit the ball or whatever. We've seen those type of injuries
Yeah.
happen before.
Soft. Okay.
Yeah,
I wish I would hurt my hand, knee surgery, hooping. Get out of here with that mess. We got Random Red. Don't know anything about sports or foosball, but do a quick drop by to say hi. It's smash and hit that like button. We appreciate it, Random Rick.
we
Uh,
appreciate it. Appreciate you.
yeah, Random Rick is always posted up on the Shell and Shot show, so it's a good
All
time.
right, bet,
Good time.
bet, bet. So, man,
Uh,
did you hear the controversy with it's not really Bronny James. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do any interviews, but with him and his draft stock and LeBron James, did you hear any of that?
Okay. No, I saw this on your notes, and I just did not have time to get to it. So
Okay.
please enlighten me on what happened here.
So just kind of a backdrop. LeBron's been saying, and I blame LeBron for this because he's saying, Bronny could play in the NBA right now. He could be better than 75% of the players in the league. And I get it. I'm not a parent, but I get it.
Right,
That's your son, and you want to pump him up. Well,
right.
some of a credible, I don't know if to call him credible, but he's on ESPN and he does
He,
scouting and mock drafts.
he deleted his tweet.
Right, right, right. And I
Okay,
was going to get to that. That's
please,
right. So
please continue.
yeah, so he does. The gentleman does. He does the scouting for college players that are going to go to the league, and he put out a mock draft. He did
Mhm.
not have Bronny in his mock draft.
Okay.
Everybody thought he was going to be one and done. He could be a lottery pick. I never, I never believed any of that. Like I
I never
watched
believe
in
that at
high
all.
school. I
Right.
I saw. I didn't even think he was a McDonald's All American, one of the top
No.
25 players. I thought he was
He's
a solid high school player.
right.
Um, he could get in college and get better. Like if he was, you know, LeBron Jones, I don't think anybody would be saying, if,
Not LeBron Jones.
yeah, man, not James, but LeBron Jones, man.
LeBron Jones.
If that was my kinfolk right there, they would be saying the stuff that they're saying. So
Right.
LeBron saw that the mock draft came out, and he said, the kid, let him be a kid, and the work's going to speak for itself, and you know he just wants to play ball. It's earned, not given. And then he came back and said, and to all the kids out there, don't let anyone tell you can't do anything. Don't get persuaded by these mock drafts. Just get in the gym and put in work. Which I'm fine with that, saying that. But you're the one that was putting your son on this pedestal and hyping him up.
Mhm.
Now, when you do that, and you already know LeBron, there are already people sending arrows your way. So when you go and hype him up, to me, you're putting undue pressure on your son. Let him get into the league if he
Right.
makes it, and let him, stand on his own too. But they're going to be looking for reasons to throw darts at him. So
Right.
after he did all that, he went back and deleted his tweets. It's like, well, that looks weak. Like you said it.
That looks hella weak. That's my boy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it. I get it.
yeah.
But I but like you
I
said,
mean, you
he
don't
just
got to say
nah. But I mean, look at
75% of the players. You don't got to
yeah,
say that.
he didn't say that, but these fathers, man, proud fathers. I'm not a father, but I probably do the same. Look at the brothers who are in the
The
league.
Ball brothers,
The
LeVar
Ball
Ball.
brothers. Yeah, yeah.
But
I
the
mean, look at
difference
him.
is, people look at him as a joke, though, in a sense. You know what I mean? When he's talking about, I never lost. I could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1. Like he's kind of like a hype guy, but like LeBron is arguably the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's like
Right,
basketball PhD, right? So it's kind of you can do an analogous between the two. There are parts of it that are exactly the same, like he's sticking up for his sons, like LeBron is, but man, like he said, if he could go back in time, he wouldn't have named him LeBron James Jr. That's a heck
yeah,
of a name to try to live up to.
yeah. But he didn't know. I mean, he didn't.
No, well,
But Jordan.
he kind of
And this one
he
you can say
kind
that
of did
Jordan
though.
might. I mean,
Think about LeBron
he
was
did, but
LeBron was anointed in high school. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
think
yeah.
about it. He was at
And he lived up to it.
question. There's no
Yeah.
there are very few people I've seen that from a sports standpoint that has lived up to that level of hype. I don't know that anyone has had that hype that he's had at that
Right.
age, and then
No,
gone on to do what he surpassed the expectations as far as
he
I'm
did.
concerned. Like, and
He,
that's
he,
impossible. That's impossible when you think about it.
he did. And I'm gonna go back to your past comment. Stars, my boy. I think that's how we meant it.
Yeah,
That old Southern stars, my boy.
right.
um, yeah, no, and Jordan never did that with his sons.
No,
He never did that with his son. I'm glad he didn't. Because they were not the one. And I don't think that Bronny is the one. I
he's not.
think that Bryce might have a better chance at being the one. But we also have to put this in context too. Um, Bronny James just had, he had that issue with his heart, that heart failure for I don't know what to call it, but he had that issue
The
going on.
heart element. Yeah. Yep.
Right. So he's still coming back from that. And he's not gonna be right if he continues to play. I don't think he's gonna be right until next year anyway. You know what I mean? Like he
Hmm.
needs another year or so. But he gets a pass from me because of that. But even in high school, I didn't think that he was out of okay, Papa Jones. I wanted to make sure that I got you right. That I got you right. Make sure I hit that right. I don't think he was super impressive in high school. I thought that maybe he would elevate his game in college, but I don't think this is the year where we're going
It's
to see
not.
that. If we're going to
It's
see
not.
it, it's going to be next year. But he's no LeBron James Sr. It's just
Well, and
nobody is.
no one. And the problem is LeBron saying, "I want to play with my son." That's just adding extra pressure. Like I get it, it's cool, but don't rush him to the league, and then you know what I mean. And then he can't stick. You know.
Right, right. I agree. I agree. And he's got to let him do that in his own time. When his
Hmm.
skills get caught up to that, if it ever does. For him to Bryce James growth spurt was wild. Yes, it was. Yeah, because
It was.
he's now taller than Bronny James, and he looks his game looks a lot more like his dad's.
Yep.
Papa Jones said MJ is the GOAT, then Kobe. Your opinion? Oh, you don't want to get me started on this one, Papa Jones. You don't want to get me started on this one. You don't want to get me started. Kobe isn't even the greatest Laker, so there's that. And
Wow. Okay.
MJ is not. MJ was the GOAT of his time. LeBron James is the GOAT
Of his time.
of all time.
Okay, we're not gonna do this again.
But we can
I
do it.
refuse to do this.
This whole show is built around that. The whole
I,
show, the whole thing. Remember? Because I used to bring it up on the Sheldon Shine show all the time, and it was called the controversy. And you're like, nah, I got to get in this lane to shut this dude up.
I just it's it, it's these LeBron, it's these cult followers.
How's
I'm
it
not.
cult followers?
Yeah,
The,
no.
Now there. Okay, Jay. I can see that errors. My
Because
little brother, he saw
you
errors.
complain about the talent that MJ played against, but
They're
man,
trash.
no man, MJ play. Look at some of the guys he played against. They're in the top 50 all time greatest players. Some of those teams, the '86 Celtics team is considered the greatest team by many of all time. That's not
Okay,
man.
go.
There's Hall of Famers through and through. The Pistons teams. They're some of the greatest. Isaiah Thomas, one of the top handful of point guards, one of the greatest defensive teams of all time. He won a championship against Magic, won a championship against Clyde Drexler, Barkley, Stockton Malone. Come on.
Do you think those teams could play in this era? Be honest.
You can't it's hard to compare eras because teams back then they weren't even you got individual guys that are playing right now that are shooting more three-pointers in a season than some of those whole teams were. It's just
Right.
it's not the same. Like you could physically grab some of those guys and not you notice now you can't foul and the game has shifted to they want more scoring.
Right.
So
Right.
it's
And
it, it's
that's a
in
big problem.
favor.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a big
to me
problem in the league right
the pendulum swung too far. They
now. Right.
want more scoring. They want for entertainment, right? But to
Mhm.
me, your product suffers in the sense of you don't allow players to D up to me like they should. I'm not saying you need to knock them down and clothesline them and do some of that stuff
Right.
that was being done. Yeah, that
Like the
WWF stuff.
Pistons.
Yeah,
like
even
Draymond is doing right now.
I was gonna say, even though Draymond seems to subscribe to that, he's about the only one. But
Right.
like I just think they're different eras, so it's hard to complain. Like AI said a week or two ago, he was like, I scored 33 in the season, and they were grabbing me, hand checking me, putting their forearm on my waist to slow me down. He said in this era with the free lanes, I could score 43 in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. And we've seen people who are going nuts. So Papa Jones said MJ all time, all eras, and they played against men, not low management. He did, but they weren't as skilled. They just weren't.
They they weren't as
They
skilled, but to
weren't.
me they were more
Zero defense
fundamentally
now.
sound. Yeah, and I just think he went against better defenses, and I just feel those. I feel back then the players were more fundamentally sound. I see guys. A lot of these guys, to me, rely on athleticism. Like, how many guys do you see with
I agree, Jay.
that put? Yeah, that's the team I would say. That Bulls team. But that '86 Lakers team is in unreal. As well. But it's good. It's good banner to have. You know what I
It
mean?
is. It is.
It's barbershop talk. It's all type of talk, and it's
Right.
hard to, it's impossible to prove, because it's all subjective. But
Right. Well, I tell you what, you gotta go on Facebook. You gotta find that guy. I can't think of his name, but he shows clips of the '80s games and he shows clips of the '90s games, and he's hilarious. Obviously,
I've seen it.
he's just cherry picking all the
100%.
bad stuff, right?
Yeah,
But
of course.
it's hilarious because you're just like, oh God, you would never see anybody do that this game. Now
We can go pull up Giannis's brother.
No,
Yeah,
no, we're not.
no, we can't.
Not-
Let's pull up
no,
Giannis's brother.
He doesn't count. He doesn't
Oh,
count.
no, he doesn't count.
count.
No,
He
no.
doesn't.
Oh,
doesn't
we don't
count.
ever want to count him. No way.
Yeah,
right.
We never saw that. That never happened.
No.
Look the other way. Nothing to see. He plays like he needs to be playing in the '80s. That's what he looks like.
He plays like he plays
got
like
no
he
left.
needs it. No.
He ain't got no
plays
left.
like he plays like he should be a security guard at the Mall of America. That's what he plays like. He don't need to be on nobody's court. Cut it out at all. If he wasn't Giannis's brother, you hear what Charles Barkley said about him?
What do you say?
He's got more job security than somebody on the Supreme Court. So, right?
He's stupid.
Facts.
And there should be no reason for that, bro. There should be no reason for that.
At all. That dude can't even hoop at the YMCA on Blaisdell, man. That dude should not be on the basketball. No. At all.
I just can't. Bruh. He looked like me on the court.
He does. I remember when we were playing one-on-one in Indianapolis, man. You kept throwing that shoulder into me. I'm like, man, these is foul. You was doing Draymond before Draymond. I'm like, man, I'm this dude about to hurt me on vacation. I'm cool. I'm gonna get over here and sit down someplace. I ain't playing with him no more. Go back to the Twin Cities injured. Like, I'm good.
What happened? Man, with the nap time, man. Don't play right
He was
now.
on vacation. How you get hurt on vacation?
How you get hurt on vacation? I'm about getting fired on your day off. Oh man. So all right. So what do you think? Do you think that Bronny James should go into the draft, or should he play a couple more years?
He needs it. Well, you even hit on it with the coming back from the heart ailment. He didn't even play the full season. They kind of like worked him in. He needs to, forget who your dad is. He needs to, go through a off season, college off season, and I mean, he could train with his dad. Obviously, he's getting the best of the best. But whatever he decides to do in the off season, preferably in college, it's good to be around your teammates and on the facility and the guys that are returning, so you can build that camaraderie.
Right.
Kind of just figure out each guy and your spots and where to be at. But he needs another year. I don't rush it just to play with LeBron. I think that'll be a long-term mistake, because I don't think, unless it's a team that LeBron owns, where he ends up owning the team, they're not gonna keep him in the league because his dad was LeBron James. I'm not buying that. So
I mean, it did work for Giannis. We're just saying, just going back to that.
Well, that works because Giannis is still playing, you know what I mean? And
Right.
he's still, but like, if Giannis was to retire, they ain't keeping that dude in Milwaukee.
He's out of there.
Come on, man. No.
He's out of there, bro.
Out of there. Hey, dude, homie is gone. So
yeah, he gone. He gone, man.
So man, you want to shift over to the NFL, man?
Yeah, let's go over there, man.
What we got going on down here in the great state of Texas and Dallas and Jerry Jones land? What was the breaking news from the day?
In the heart of Texas.
Right.
Yo. So you sent me a very interesting article.
Right.
Not Draymond. I was reading your dad's thing. Free Draymond, my bad. Jerry Jones apparently has a kid out there somewhere, and he was ordered to take a paternity test.
right.
What? What? Wait a minute. How come this wasn't on headlines in the local news? I didn't see it until you sent it
I
over.
I didn't either. Yeah, and actually, Fahim had put me on to it because I heard when this first happened. So I think the young lady's about 27 years old.
Yeah,
So
27.
the mom, I guess the mom had an agreement with Jerry as long as they kept it on the reps that
Mm,
he would take care of them, but they couldn't publicly acknowledge it.
right,
So his daughter came out and she tried to, I guess, break the agreement or whatever the case may be, file suit, and I think she ended up dropping that element of the case, but she said, "We'll just go get a paternity test." And
right.
he's been trying to block it, and he's got all the resources in the world. If that's not your kid, I don't know why you would be worried about taking a paternity test. That doesn't make any
Facts,
sense.
facts.
Um, but I think we know the outcome with this and what's going on. I'm sure she's trying to get herself, positioned. You know what I mean? When to get a piece of that empire,
Right. And it's deserved.
right?
It's
Right?
deserved. If that's her old man, shoot, let me hold something. You
Right,
know, I
right.
mean,
I got 5 on it.
I got five.
I got 5 on it.
You killing me. Back though. Back.
Right, right.
I got five on it, man. Hold me down. So yeah, I mean, I like just own up to it, man. Why are you fighting it? Like you by you not wanting to do this is basically saying that you are the baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Well, and my thing is, you couldn't have just, man, on the low, man, just say, "Hey, here's 15 million." You know what I mean? If you didn't want to have nothing to do with it, and maybe he did,
maybe he
I don't
did.
know,
Right.
and maybe
Right.
maybe he did, and she's spiteful, and feels a certain way. You can't tell her how to feel,
Facts.
So
Yeah. You might want a
you know,
relationship with him, you know?
could be.
You don't know. But then they try to hit her with they try to hit her with some crazy stuff.
Hmm.
And so she went after them for defamation of character as well.
Right.
Um, so it's been a lot of stuff, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? That she's even
It
got to
is.
do that. Just,
It's a
I mean,
bad deal, man. And
it's a
he's got
bad
so
deal.
much, so many resources. Like he could get private eyes. He's got more resources than what she has. Like Dr.
Right.
J, not to this extent, but Dr. J has kind of the same situation. His daughter, I believe, is a professional tennis player.
Mm,
Um, but he acknowledged her. He didn't. I don't believe he ever did the "this isn't my daughter." Just kind of stayed under wraps. But yeah, man,
right.
that's kind of shook the sports scene up down here in Dallas today, man. When that news broke early, so I'm like, wow. I don't think we've heard the last of it either. So
I don't think so either, man. But what's he got to lose, man? Just go ahead and take the
uh,
test. If you the baby pappy, just go on and do what you gotta do. I
nobody's
mean,
gonna care.
nobody's got even like your kids ain't gonna care. I doubt their
They
mom would
already
care. His
know.
wife, it's
They
like,
already they
yeah,
are.
they
I
already know what
guarantee
it
you, they
is.
already know. So yeah,
Right,
cut it out.
right. It's a
They already know.
at this stage right
Hmm.
now, like this whatever. I can see if they were still young and they're still
Right.
kids and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And his yeah, I get it, but nah, man, these folks is grown. I it is
100%.
yeah, it is what it is, man. I know if I was in that situation, I'm like, it is what it is, man. I you know what I'm saying?
What can you do? What can
But
you do?
what can you do, man? So, anyways,
So,
yeah, so
so,
little
so
little
yeah,
little controversy out there, man. It happens to the best of us. Go ahead,
that's
Jerry
right.
Jones.
That's right. But yeah, we'll get on to some actual football
Okay,
news. So the combine kicked off this week in Indianapolis. So you
right,
got the college players. They're working out. They typically work them out in different position groups. Like offensive linemen, your DBs. On certain days, a lot of your top players like Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jalen Dan. A lot of them don't work out at the combine because they know they're going to be upper echelon players
right,
that are drafted very high. So they may work out at like the pro day at their respective universities that they're coming out of.
yeah,
So you got that right now, and then man, something we can look forward to is free agency.
yeah,
Kicking off, I believe it's March 10th or 11th. So they have salary cap number that they have to determine before they call it the next physical season before they get into free agency, and it's actually going to be $30 million higher than what everyone was anticipating. So essentially, that means
Oh,
teams will have $30 million more to spend in
wow,
salary cap
they got that
room.
much to play with. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, man, they're making money hand over fist. So they all have the same cap number that they have to, you know, fit their 53 man roster under. But now they, depending on where you're at. So, the Vikings, for instance, if they want to go ahead and give Justin Jefferson that extension, and the GM came out the other day and said he never gave any thought to trade Justin Jefferson. You better not. You need
Better
to be
not.
fired if you do.
Facts.
And Justin Jefferson saying before he signs his extension, he said basically said he wants to be paid what he's worth, whether it's in Minnesota or not. But he wants to know who his quarterback's going to be, and that's rightfully so. He don't want
Mhm.
them dudes from last year that were throwing them lame ducks.
At all.
I wouldn't want that either.
Right.
So I imagine probably already talking to Kirk Cousins. I would be surprised if they signed Kirk Cousins like March 10th, March 11th. They go
Right.
ahead and lock that up, like get that out the way.
Yeah, I think they need to. But let's say something real quick though. That extra
Yeah.
30, now is that each team?
Every team has that. Now, the thing is, it just depends on where you're at. So let's say you own the Eagles, I own the Vikings. So let's say my payroll right now is at 220, um, and they thought the cap was going to be at 230 originally. Well, now it's at 250. So you see, I got an extra 30. But if you were only at 210 and you thought it was going to be at 230, well, now you have more. So it's all relative to where you're at right now as far as your current team. So you're going to have some teams that are going to have $75 million to spend on free
Mm,
agencies. Like I think the Bears have a lot to spend. Then you're going to
mhm.
have some other teams right now that are maybe over the cap. So this 30 million gives them a little extra cushion. So
Get a little
you'll
more
start to
cushion.
see players, yeah, you'll start to see teams restructure contracts. You'll start to
Okay.
see guys, they'll say even well, like Dak, the Cowboys will have to do something with Dak. Dak has a $51 million cap hit. He's scheduled to make $51 million next year, last year of his contract. So they're going to come to him and
Okay.
say, "Let's work." Yeah, yeah, right. So they're going to have to work out an extension with him, man. It's they're going to have to be a 3 or 4 year extension. But like Dak he has all the leverage right now because why would he take a pay cut? He doesn't have to. You own
Right.
$51 million guaranteed, so he'll get an extension, man. It may be a 4 year and 150 million guaranteed, or 135 guaranteed, and then they'll adjust his cap number to where it goes down this year. So that's what you'll start to see over the next couple weeks is players' contracts getting restructured, and teams trying to get in line so they can be
Well,
ready when free agency starts.
I'll tell you what, man. I know all these people were upset about Taylor Swift being in at all the games, all in the video, all on the tracks, but they can thank her for that bump. So
She played, man. They want her to come back every year. They're like, man,
every year,
she break up with Travis, man. She go find another boyfriend on another team. Like we
find
don't
another
care.
one.
Yeah, man, stay in the league. We need you.
All right, back. So we got Jay said Tony Pollard needs to go to the Eagles with more.
No, we don't want him there. No, he needs to sign. He needs to sign a lifetime contract with the Cowboys. We don't need him in Philadelphia.
You
Or
don't need him.
send him up there to Minnesota. Y'all can have
Whoa,
him. Yeah,
whoa,
yeah, yeah.
whoa.
Y'all can have him.
Well, it's probably better than what we got. So, so speaking of the
Yeah, true.
Eagles,
Yeah.
speaking of the Eagles, what do you think they should do in the offseason?
If I was running the show, I would go sign Saquon Barkley because you
Okay,
put a good 3 down running back there with Hurts. That's only going to help. So sign Saquon. As far as the offense, I would get a third wide receiver that can stretch the field to free up Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Just going to make the offense more lethal. But the vast majority of their resources needs to go on the defensive side. Like their secondary was trash. If you go back to our first couple shows, one of the first things I said is I did not believe in the Eagles secondary. This is back in September, October when we did our first show, and it,
yeah,
it came to fruition. So I would invest in their linebackers are not very good. Really the back seven linebackers and and secondary, and I think they're going to be aggressive in uh in free agency. I think they're going to spend some money on the defensive side of the ball. I doubt they're not ones that value the running back position like they've always been where we can get three or four different running backs to do different things.
Just
One that can
kind of by
catch the
committee.
ball, one that yeah, I'm not a big fan of that,
Me neither.
especially when you can get a Derrick Henry. Can you imagine Derrick Henry in that offense? Now
Bruh,
you got
stop.
obviously yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't got to do that silly brotherly love push anymore.
Brotherly
You know what I
love.
mean? You
No,
can
it's the
yeah,
tush push. We all know what
I
it
don't
is.
call it that. No, no, I'm certified G. I don't call it that. But
Certified Jesus.
yeah, no, 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 no. But man, you don't got to do that mess no more. You just
Right.
turn around and hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, or you turn off
Let him
hand it
do
to
his thing.
Saquon Barkley. Let them be busy and do their thing. So I that's what I would do. I think that'll put them. I'm not saying you're gonna go win the Super Bowl, but that'll make them to me a solid playoff team. And then who knows what will happen in the you know when you get in the postseason. But what do you want your Vikings to do?
Man, they got to work on that defensive side of the ball as well. I mean,
Mhm.
they got some edge rushers that have gotten hurt, and they got some. They I think one of them was a free agent, and I don't know if they'll bring him back because you can't really depend on him, and
Right.
the cornerbacks they're kind of suspect. Blackman he's still trying to he's still learning. I think he said some development needs to be done there, but they're kind of thin there. And then they can't stop the run. Hell, when we played y'all, remember how y'all
Mhm.
was just coming down the field like it was nothing? Like you
Run
ran
Swiss
like
cheese.
man, facts. You ran like 10, 15 plays, or whatever. I can't remember. And like we couldn't do anything to stop y'all. We couldn't do nothing. And they got a little better, but nah, man, it's suspect. So they got to do something to tighten that up. And then on the offensive, we already know what it is. We need a running back, and we got to find out what we're gonna do at the quarterback spot. Um, their
100%.
best their best bet is to sign old man Cousins with the old man injury, and there's just hope that the surgery and the rehab is effective. Maybe he comes back stronger, but they got to shore up that offensive line too. Man, they got to just throw the whole team away, bro. I don't know.
They got
I
a
don't
lot going back, but you know what, man?
know.
With Justin Jefferson, like I would say, man, sign Cousins, man. Work on your spend some draft capital on the offensive line. But man, if you
Yeah,
say you signed Pollard and you drafted a young running back, that could help out a lot. You know what I
they
mean?
could.
Doing something like that, But I, I would definitely get a more reliable running back because you'll take a lot of pressure off you if you can run that ball and you keep
Right,
Kirk Cousins on third down where he doesn't have to. It's not 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 12, where it's 3rd and 3. He's
right.
just got so many more options, and that they can run. When you're down in distances, it's that it's that
Yeah,
small. So that's what I would do. I would invest in the offensive
to,
line
to kick it off.
and
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
in the trenches, like you talk defensive, and I saw some mock drafts that had the Vikings getting guys, the defense, Jared Verse from Florida State, and I saw some looking there. I saw one with a wide receiver. He's really really good. It's a wide receiver from
Hmm.
Washington. So, but you took Addison last year, like
Right.
to me, like I
And
don't know
he's
that you
balling.
need to, and he's official. Like
Right,
I don't know that you need to do that. You might be able to sign a veteran wide receiver to throw into to like I'm using him as an example. I'm not saying bring
right.
him back, but if you had like a Adam Thielen, right, that you could throw in there with Addison and with Justin Jefferson, and then you got your
Yeah,
tight ends, so then you just really got to shore up your running game and keep investing in the offensive line. You could have a potent offense right there.
you could, you have still a shitty defense, but yeah, you can have a point that
Yep,
offense.
true.
So,
No
but
argument there.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. 'Cause I was kind of like when you sent that over, I was kind of looking at it, I'm like, damn, God, they're just man, there's holes everywhere. But yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, you have to keep Justin Jefferson happy, right? So
Yeah,
you gotta make that happen first. Running backs, man, I don't know how they can't get a reliable running back. You know what I mean? Just how hard
they
is it?
can.
Like,
Well, and the thing is, every year somebody comes out of the draft, and they're
Right.
not all first round picks. Like the NFL has gotten, back in the day, you used to see 3 or 4 running backs drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
You don't really see that anymore. You saw Bijan Robinson last year, and he's kind of a unicorn. You don't see backs really that talented. But they can, I don't think the running back market. You got Austin Eckler, you got Josh Jacobs, you
Oh
got
yeah.
DeAndre Swift, you got
Yep.
Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. There's a lot of Tony Pollard. Man, there's like 6 to 8 running
Okay.
backs that are
Let's
going
just
to
take
be out
let's
there.
take Tony Pollard off of it. Just put him.
Okay, so we'll move Tony Pollard to the side, the electric slide.
Yeah,
Move
man.
him over there, man.
You can
Yeah,
do it. It's
yeah,
electric.
it's electric, man. You go
Yeah.
ahead and be electric over here, or you hug the bench
Yeah.
over here. So we're gonna move him over here. So like
Uh,
you still got a nice,
but you still got a nice group. Yeah.
nice
Now,
group of running backs to pick
is,
from.
is Derrick Henry? Is he a free agent?
Yeah,
Oh, run him this way. Run him this way. Come
yeah.
on, let's
Now
get him.
now he's old, right? Now he's older, and he's
But
taken he's had a lot of wear. But see, that's
yeah,
where to me you match him with a younger back, and where you
right,
don't have to give him 250 carries.
right,
You keep him fresh to where you're giving him maybe 12, and then you're giving him goal line work.
right.
And when you need those tough short yardage, and you keep him fresh, man, and nobody wants to tackle him. Can you imagine playing like
No,
a road playoff game? Say if the Vikings were to make the playoffs, you're playing a road playoff game, and you're in Lambeau. You think them guys want to see Derrick Henry running
nah, bro.
downhill, the linebacker? Nah, they're gonna make a business decision. Like,
Yeah,
nah, I'm cool. Yeah.
Gooch.
Like,
Yeah,
man, I
no
thought,
facts.
like, man, I thought you was gonna tackle him.
Oh, you
So like, yeah, they ain't
facts,
trying to
man.
do.
They ain't trying to do all that, bro. He don't even get down in a real offensive, running back stance. Like he just kind of
No,
bend over a little bit.
he
You know
just
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he
Like,
just like, man, you know I'm about to get this ball and you can't stop me. Like you're about to
can't
get this
stop.
work. Yeah, like come
That's
on.
it.
So
That's it, man. Yeah, yeah. I could. That'd be a good pairing for him, man. I think he's got some in the tank. I know he dealt with some injuries or whatever, but I think he got a lot left in the
he
tank.
does.
I think.
I
I
think
think he
he's
has.
got a year or two.
Me too. I think he has. Okay, what's your opinion? I think he has more in the tank than Adrian Peterson did when he left.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no question about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So, hold on. Thing. I gotta make sure I get Papa Jones up here. Pollard's not a every down back. Definitely not. Nah,
I agree with that. That's why you
nah.
got to pair him with somebody. You got to pair him, but try to make him a 3 down back. That's a mistake. That's
That ain't
why,
gonna
like,
get it
if you
done.
could get him with the right salary, and just like, man, you're not going to be the every down back, So if the price is right, but again, the Vikings they need to upgrade that running back room
They got to do
because
something.
I remember when you told me Madison was going to be the next Barry Sanders. I didn't agree with that.
Man, I hate you. I never.
All right, I might have made that up.
Yeah, you might have. You might have. Hey, look, that's that dyslexia, man. You flipped everything I said, man. I swear to God, I'll know. We can make fun of that. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying. No, you read it opposite. I said,
Oh, okay, my bad,
yeah,
my bad,
yeah,
my
he's
bad. But
not the
no,
guy.
no, he's not. He's not. I remember Shell said he needs to retire. Man, dude kept fumbling, man. Yeah, she
She'll
said he
say he
needs
needs
to
to
retire.
retire. She
Yeah,
said he needs to
remember he was fumbling
retire.
like three,
She
four
was
games in a
hot.
row.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
he was fumbling
hot.
every game, and then he was getting mad. Dude, he was on Instagram or somewhere, man, getting mad. It was like, man, the Eagles had this guy. Vikings had him last year, Jalen Rager. Man, this dude
Yeah.
was fumbling, man, messing up. The Eagles took him over Justin Jefferson. That's how bad it was. And then you know how the Eagles fans they were getting on him, and this dude was going on Instagram like, man, threatening to beat the fans up and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're not long for Philly, man. You start
No.
threatening to beating the fans up. That's the wrong fan
Yeah.
base. Like I would
Yeah.
just ignore them because you're not going to win that. You're not going to win with a fan base, period. But not
Period.
a fan base like that. That's not. It's not going to
Especially
happen.
with that Eagle fan base, man.
No,
Savages,
nope.
barbarians. Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Leave that alone, bro. Leave
Leave it
that
alone,
alone.
man.
Yeah.
This is not what you want.
That's not
This is
what you
not
want.
what you want at all.
No. No, bro.
at all.
Man.
So man,
Oh,
so next Thursday, man,
we
we
back.
back on regularly scheduled program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
so man, we're gonna look forward to see what the Lakers do between now and then, man. Like I said, hopefully there's some tougher competition like we talked about. I want to see if they make any headway. So what do we say coming into today's show? They're 3 games out of the 6th spot. So
Yeah.
let's revisit this next Thursday and see if they made any headway or if they've gone the wrong way. So
Man, fingers crossed, man. They can get it done. I just feel bad for Bron, man. I just those guys got to come alive too, man. Need some help. So we'll see.
man,
Um,
hopefully he's putting on some of that that icy hot after the game, man, to
uh,
get himself ready for the next game. So
yeah, because you can't take games off at this point. You got to play them all. Now
no,
he might be able to take tonight off. He might be able to get away with that. If he
boy,
was
he
gonna,
should. It's the Wizards.
it's the Wizards. So if you're gonna take a night off. Take this night off until AD. You better ball your butt off. You know what I'm saying? Because
You and
it's
I
still
could
the
play for the
NBA.
Wizards.
Yeah,
No, we could play for the Wizards. No, no, no,
we,
no, no.
yeah,
But
yeah,
we
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 might.
we might
We
be the
might,
8th or 9th man, but no, we could play.
we might be able to get some garbage time, garbage minutes.
Right,
Oh
man.
man,
Hey, but real good, man. Hey, we want to thank everybody that listened to the show, joined the chat, man. It was
thank you.
live. Please like and subscribe. And if you got some free time tomorrow, check out the Shell and Shotty show
Please do.
tomorrow night.
Please.
It's
All are
gonna be
welcome.
live and
7:30,
entertaining.
7:30 Central Standard Time. Pull up.
Bet. All right,
Thanks for
my
the plug.
man.
All right, man. Good show. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who
As
joined.
always.
And we will see y'all next Thursday with Chris J. The streets are going to be calling us Saturday. So I'll see you there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right,
Peace.
my man. Peace.